Backstage bullshit. Johnny Hobbs over there, Jason Damm. Johnny's one of our pros. He also runs our customer rewards department at the club and everything, and been with us for a long time. Been a touring comic for a while and now around here, and he runs our open mic. Mm-hmm. And Jason just won the open mic competition.
Yeah, that was a lot of
awesome.
Fun.
Yeah, and it's the only competition that we really. I mean, we have a World Series of Comedy that comes in with their prelims, and the Florida's Funniest that does that, but. It's the only one that we do.
Right.
It's the only and we've never done. We don't do a lot of. We just never have. A lot of clubs will do competitions just to make some extra money on an off night. Really, you know. But
and this is another one where we have local people.
Absolutely,
Yep.
Absolutely. It's all amateurs or comics like yourself who have just started to kind of start working professionally, You've been doing this how long?
11 years, a little over 11 years.
Wow.
I actually started the day after my birthday because I was like, I don't know, I was like always wanted to do it. So I was like, my birthday was coming up, so I tried to find an open mic on my birthday, but I got the next night. But that kind of helps me like remember when I started too.
So how old were you?
Oh man. 11 years ago. I'm like 44 now, so what?
33.
There you go.
I can do that math.
Yeah, right. That's easy.
That's right. Tennessee. Yeah. That's Tennessee math right there. 33 years. And what do you do? What's your normal job during the day?
I work at a Kia dealership in Cape Coral.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Cape Coral. I actually I work in the service department. I just like park cars and get other cars, sweep them and stuff like that. So just whatever they need me to do.
Gotcha. My wife's got a Kia. She loves it. So this has been something that, you've been doing this for 11 years and as pretty much your hobby, right? Yeah. Like I play golf, don't make any money at it. Costs you money.
Like I watch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like I watch porn. Same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah. Did you ever try to go pro with that, Johnny?
With the porn?
Yeah.
No, man.
You never submitted anything?
No. I'm more of an observer.
Because now porn has categories, right?
Yeah,
for just about everything.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody could fit some niche of porn category.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like you might be Santa Claus, or something like that, with a big beard.
Yeah.
If you can think of it, it's on there.
Oh, yeah.
God, yes.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Yeah. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
That's for sure.
Sex on the grocery store aisle and aisle 8 or something, let's see if we can get away with it. Because now, you have all these sites like Pornhub and all that. It's amateurs. It's like a porno YouTube.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Yeah.
The thing it's amazing to me is that every day there's not something new. There's hundreds of somethings new, maybe thousands of somethings. It's amazing how many people want to have sex and put it and post it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like it's insane.
And then you watch it, go, maybe you should have kept that in private.
Yeah. Well, as I remember years and years ago when the internet first came out, I don't remember who the comic was, did a bit about. Now he goes, you can search anything, and he goes, I got curious and I typed in sex with a lizard. And before it came up, a thing came up and said, "What kind of lizard?" You know what I mean? So it's kind of like you go, sex in a grocery store aisle, and it comes up, which aisle?
Yeah, and which grocery store?
The bean aisle, the bread aisle. Like we got all the aisles covered.
Yeah.
You want produce? It's nice and cool.
You do, of course, you're character driven. And I'm not saying you good bits, but you do a very low energy character, which I assume is probably kind of your personality.
Yeah, it's just I've always been like very quiet. Like I don't really talk outside the stage. Like at work, I don't really talk all that much. Like and I've had people from work come and see me, and they're just like, who is this guy? And like even the people growing up, that knew me for years were just once I started doing it, they're like, really? Like like he never says anything. Like what? And even my mom even said it. Like when I first started, we'd be talking on the phone, and it's like, out of all 4 of my boys, like you were like the last one I thought would do this. But it was just always something I absolutely loved. Like what is a Comedy Central Friday night stand up was like my Friday night. Like, and then finally I just got the courage to do it like 11 years ago. So
Ken Sons and I used to go out and do these corporate retreat things, and where we would go, and they were improv, and we would get a group of people. You might have 50 people there, and we'd break them into groups of like 6 or something, and then they would do something. They would do some kind of thing, and inevitably we'd find out afterwards that 1 or 2 of the people that shook out as like the funniest, were the funniest. We got at the end of the thing, we're just riffing about it, and they go, we never heard that guy talk. Nobody knew him. He has no personality. He's a geek. He's a tech geek, and it's just, he just does his stuff. And we had no idea that guy had any personality, and he's hilarious,
That's what people are finding out about me, like, because I put it up on TikTok and stuff, and they saw, like, I don't know, just some of the texts even just were like, dude, do you do stand-up? Like they always come up to me like, you don't ever say anything. Like, I didn't think you, like, actually said anything. Like, you're just like a mute or something like that.
Never judge a book by its cover, right?
That's right. What do you do at work? You just hold up signs of what you want to say or something, or?
I just I talk in little spurts. Like,
Pam will tell people, get this over the years. It's my wife, Pam. She'll get invited to some party, and they'll go, will Les come? And she goes, do you know why you're asking that? Because you think Les is going to come to your party, and he's going to be the life of the party. He's going to be the job. He's going to be the Les that you see on stage. She goes, he's not.
Yeah.
She goes, he's not quiet per se, but I said, I know what Les is going to do. He's going to grab a beer. You'll see him over in a corner with 2 or 3 people, and they'll be talking about sports and politics and some kind of crazy shit. But he's not going to tell jokes. He's not going to, because in my case, I get it out on stage.
Right.
So off stage, you're a little more laid back, and
well, you're on stage, you're
right.
off stage.
I think there's a lot of comics out there that are introverted extroverts. They're introverted personally, but when they hit that stage, it opens them right up.
I've been to parties at Les's house. I sat right next to him, didn't even know.
No, you don't even know I'm there. Don't
I'm
even know I'm there.
Been here 2 hours.
I'm a ghost.
It's just like me. I was like, I think, we were playing poker one night, and someone said something, one of my jokes or something like that, and then a girl who was sitting right next to me goes, man, where's Dom when you need him, and I'm like, I'm right here. Like, oh yeah, like on your left.
Oh, that's great.
But yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm pretty much. If I didn't do stand up, I wouldn't go out at all. I think.
Right.
Like I would probably sit in, play like Red Dead Redemption or something like that, or just watch TV. Mostly comedy, but like, or
well, I'm glad you do comedy.
Yeah.
And get out.
And
get out.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah. It's good. I think that's so cool for people to understand that all comics aren't cut out of this kind of singular mold that are just these kind of animated clowns,
right?
Kind of thing, constant attention whores. that I remember the one and only time we had Chris Rock here, and this was way back in the I think he was here early 90s, and he was a star. He'd been on Saturday Night Live, but he wasn't anything like he is now. But I was with him, I was around him for 3 days, and he was super quiet. I mean, really quiet. Like he was one that he would come up and be standing behind me, like you just said about yourself, stand behind me, and I'd turn and he'd startle me. You know what I mean? Like you didn't know he's like a ninja. He'd just be there, And I think the second night I commented on that. I said, man, it's wild to watch you hit that stage and just become so big and animated, and he, of course, always, even back then, amazingly talented. Yeah. And then you walk off stage and you're just a polar opposite. He said to me, as I remember, he said, well, he was, if I remember this correctly, he was in high school when they first started forced integration, busing, integration in schools. And so he was bused to a school that was, where even with the busing, still, I guess, primarily white. Right. I mean, probably 90%, but primarily white. And he goes, when you're a black guy in that situation, and you're little like me, he goes, you don't want to bring much attention to yourself. You just kind of blend, try to just like
I'll just be
blend in. But of course the wheels are moving the whole time of what he would like to be saying right now. Yeah, absolutely.
That was one of the other things about me is I was always because I was always quiet, but like every once in a while, like even my friends will tell me I'm like kind of a joke sniper. Like I'll just be sitting there quiet and all of a sudden I'll just boom and it's like everybody gets a laugh. And that was like kind of pretty much all through high school too. I mean,
I think that's perfect. That's it's just a great way to be, because people aren't looking for you. It's like they go, I know Jason can do it at any point in time. He does it every now and then, but you never know when he's going to do it. You can't call him on it. You can't expect it. It's just gonna. But if he's there, it can happen at any point in time. Your mind's just kind of working that way.
If they're like, oh, hey, do something funny, I'm like, I'm like very kind of awkward. I'm just like, no. But it's just that spur of the moment, like you said, But
I've known Jason has been coming in for our open mic for a few years. This is the most I've heard him talk.
Yeah. I'm gonna be quiet the rest of the night.
Yeah, right.
This will be it. One day you'll pop on, you'll go viral. You'll pop. Everything will hit. You'll be a star, and they'll be like, "Well, Les is the first one that ever got him to open up, say anything about anything." And that's the crazy thing about it is today, isn't it? That you can, you're not that you can be someone who's not even really trying to do that, but you're just you love comedy. You're doing it because you love it. You're not doing it for the money. You're not doing it for fame. You're doing it because you love it, and you're doing it to get better because the better you get, the more you get to do it.
That's right.
And then somewhere along the lines, all of a sudden, you just something, say like Ron Feingold, who does the open bar stuff here. You get to some point where Ron thinks, oh shit, I think I'd like to tape that guy for one of our 30-minute things. And you do, and now it's up there, and then all of a sudden, kaboom!
Right.
It just goes nuts. Because nobody knows. You can't guess who's gonna go crazy out there and who's not. So you never know. Right. It's awesome.
Yeah, I was just like, I love just to make people laugh. Really, it's just because I like money was never. I mean, it kind of was a thing when I first started, but it was more of just getting people to, because we all have problems and everything, and you want to forget. And I forget whenever I'm on stage. I just forget about my whole everything, and I just try to put that on the audience and get them to do that.
There's no doubt that it's. I think for a lot of performance artists, it quiets the voice in your head.
That's right.
It silences the demons.
Mhm.
You know, it's you know, that's when I got first time I ever performed doing anything back in Memphis, doing a DJ show in a bar, right? That some other guy was doing, and he quit doing it. And I found out they were paying him $50 and giving him a $50 drink tab. And I go, fuck, I'll do that. I'll play records and talk to the audience and, you know, just be entertaining, you know, what the fuck. And I'd broken up with the first girl I'd ever been in love with. And, you know, that's at your first love thing. And it's just crushing. It's just crushing. And I was probably 6 months past it, and I was still devastated. You know, I couldn't, you can't get it out of your head. I went up and did that first show. And when I finished with it 4 hours later, evening, I wasn't thinking about it all until afterwards, sitting there, you know, going, and then she popped into my head again. And I thought, that was the first time since I broke up with her that I didn't think about her, that she wasn't bothering me. And I went, wow, I want to do more of that. That was cool, you know, that because your focus has to be
you're in
so,
the zone.
Yeah, you got to be so laser focused.
Yeah, yeah.
Just trying to think of what's the next joke, what, you know, where do I go from here, and stuff like that. So yeah, and
that's wild because like my ex-wife and I, like there'd be moments when I'd be getting ready to do a show, and we'd get into an argument, and then I go out and kill.
Oh, yeah.
And it was almost like, I'm working this out, man. I'm just working this out.
I do that at work. Like, however my day goes, if my things are just off, like it's just like, man, nothing's working or whatever, and I have a show that night, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna kill tonight. Like, it's almost like you take that energy, like that anger, and you just put it out there, you know.
In the most positive way.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's absolutely.
Well, then she started fucking with me all the time before shows. I'm like, what are you doing? She goes, well, you always have good shows. I'm like, yeah, I don't need you to fuck with me anymore. I'm good. So
I was going to say, but I thought maybe you would pick a fight with her.
No, it was always her starting it.
Yeah, I would. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Want to fight? I have a show tonight, you know, so. But it's, you just get into that zone, and it's just like you're working it out, and yeah, so I totally get where you're coming from, where both are coming from. So yeah.
No, it is. It's therapeutic on both ends.
Yep.
Absolutely. And what better way? You know, I tell people, I go, when people talk about doing it, you know, as a pro, and I go, well, you know, getting to pro level anything's a dedication and all this kind of a little bit of luck and all this kind of stuff. But I go, what a great hobby. I mean, what a great hobby to learn to make people laugh. You're hanging out with a bunch of people that are like-minded, you know, wanting to do the same thing. I mean, I would guess you find even to this day, I always did pretty much, that most all the other comedians you're hanging with are, you know, pretty cool and supportive. You know, everybody wants everybody to do well, you know what I mean? And
yeah, I have a really good group of friends in Fort Myers. They're all like, we always help each other out and stuff like that. I always just, hey, I got a joke idea, what do you think, you know, and we workshop stuff. And it's just my one friend has a workshop in Fort Myers too, so it's getting, you know, the newbies coming in.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Building up the scene, you know.
Yeah. And you're doing nothing but bringing joy.
Yeah.
You know, that's just what you're doing.
That's why
I mean, we don't think about it that way as much, but that is what you're doing. You're just creating joy in the damn world.
That's why I love running the open mic, because I'm getting to that point where I kind of like doing stuff more behind the scenes than being on stage, because I love the energy that these new guys are bringing. And, you know, just pull them to the side once in a while. Hey, you know, write this and do this and stuff. And they come back the next time and they've taken it another step, and it's nice to see the progress. And I get enjoyment, as it's like with this open mic competition.
Well, one of the things I'm so proud of with our club and you running the open mic and everything is that we've created an open mic where open micers get up and have the respect that the pros do. I mean, we the audience, we make the crowd. We put you guys in a small room. So that we know that we only need even with just 30 people in that room that holds about 60 or 70 max, but 30 people's a good crowd in that tight little room.
Yeah, it makes it feel
exactly
big.
right. Feels bigger. And then the audience is told that they have to act, they have to watch the show. They have to respect, give you guys a thing. And especially with, more important with open micers than even pros, because you're not pros.
Right.
You are just up there trying shit. And yes, you're going to say shit that's stupid and disgusting and fucked up because you're trying shit. You don't know. You know what I mean? You're just trying to get a fucking laugh somehow.
Seeing where that boundary is. Like,
exactly.
Yeah. But we've created a really, I say to people, it's become quite the happening on Thursday nights.
Yeah,
it is.
I mean, we've had almost 80 people in that room.
I know.
It's crazy.
You've had people lined up
and
outside.
had
to wait till that guy goes off and 5 of his friends leave to let the other 5 in.
A line of people down the sidewalk. I'm like, you're going to have to wait until somebody leaves, man. Let somebody in, Right. But, I think they love supporting these guys and they love the energy that's going on in that room. Like you said, it's a small room. Everybody's nice and compact and just creates this really good vibe and energy.
I think you guys get an audience in there that, like you say, that particularly like the fact that it is amateurs, that they are raw, and that it's not slick.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
They know, it's like, oh, this could be a disaster.
Yeah,
what I mean? It's like,
I think most people are waiting for that.
So,
and like when I host a show on Thursday nights at 7 and I try to get people to go into the open mic at 9, just hang out. And I always say the same thing. I go, every comic you've ever seen, most famous comics you've ever seen have started open mic. I said, so there's always a chance you might see the next big star of comedy at open mic. That's not the case tonight, but, and they love it. And actually, I've seen up to like 20 people from that 7 o'clock show hanging out.
Oh, sure.
It's great. And love it. I love it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've seen that a couple times too. Yeah, it's like probably maybe 5 people sitting there, and then that other show gets out.
Yeah.
Like, oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you have a hard time even like trying to get to the stage. But
It is. And I don't know why more clubs, I just hear horror stories. And of course, coming up back in our day when it was just like fucking Wild Wild West. I mean, and but why so many clubs treat open mic and open micers like bullshit? Why even do it? If you're gonna let the audience heckle them, or you're gonna put them in front of 20 people in a 200-seat room that are all spread out. I mean, what the fuck? Why even do that? I mean, that's, so often you hear comics doing open mic nights and you go, well, even in big cities, where it's like, who do you play to? Well, 10 people in the other comics.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I go, well, then why the fuck? I mean, you could say it's a rehearsal on stage, you can get a little feedback from the comics, but you're not really getting a performance vibe at all, and it's not that hard to, if you do it right, to develop an audience of people that are into it, to where you've got at least enough of a crowd coming in there for the reasons of that, And
we get a lot of repeat customers. I mean, they're not, lots of times at open mic, people are coming to see their friends. Yeah. And now we're getting people just to come to see the comics. You know what I mean? It's just a wonderful thing. I love it. I love it.
More and more like repeat customers. Just, I saw you last week. I saw, it's like, oh, wow.
Well, when I'm out in the public and and of course, so often people will say, I've always wanted to try it. I hear that all the time, right? I've always wanted to try it, and I said, here's what I would suggest. Go open mic night. Go see our open mic night. Just sit in there on a Thursday night. Go in a couple times and watch, not pros. Don't watch pros and try to compare yourself to them. Go watch open micers. And I guarantee you're going to watch the open micers and go, I could do that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because they're not slick. They're just trying to figure shit out.
Damn well there's people in the audience going, I can do that.
Oh yeah.
I can do that.
Oh yeah.
And I've told the boot camp students too, like, hey, we do open mic, but I go, come to one first.
Yeah.
See how we roll with it, see how it goes and everything. Because they come to that class and they have their friends and their family in there, and it's like open mic's a totally different monster, man.
Yes.
And then they come to open mic going, oh, what happened? I'm like, your friends and family ain't here, man.
Right. Right. Now you're just in front of a bunch of strangers.
That's
And
it,
who the fuck
That's
knows?
it. And I've seen plenty of boot camp students come to do the class show, and they have a great show, and they come to one open mic, and it's like, and they never come back again.
Right.
You got to keep coming back. You got to develop that shit, man, and you're gonna get them, eventually.
Well, and what we all know is, as comedians, I don't give a fuck how long you've been doing it. You're gonna have some bad shows.
Oh,
absolutely.
I mean, I don't care. Everybody has bad shows.
I get so many good shows, and I'm like, all right, where's the bad one?
Yeah, right. You're just waiting.
It's
You're waiting.
out.
Yeah.
And when you get to that point where you're, when you get to that point where you've been, oh, there's Pam McCurdy, my wife. Maybe I should answer it. Just find out. Hello. Hey, this is kind of cool because you've called right in the middle of the podcast. Yeah. We got our winner, Jason, here, and Johnny, and we're probably getting close to wrapping it up. Are you home?
I am in the car. I think I was the last one to get my valet car.
You went to go see Leanne. Did you see Leanne Morgan after she went to the comedy show?
Yes, Leanne Morgan had a star man.
Yeah.
He wasn't harmful.
She had a stalker. Okay.
He was sending potato salad
He
backstage.
was sending potato salad backstage.
Wow.
That's a hell of a stalker.
And so, they were,
Who's the stalker?
Well, no, you
Wasn't
can't.
me or you.
think that he made a friend with this
No, it's some potato.
Yeah, no.
salad.
You can't let random potato salad people backstage. No, under no circumstances.
Mm-mm.
Did you?
don't even know if he made it or not.
Yeah, you don't. Well, exactly right. Well, you hope he didn't make it. You hope that wasn't homemade. You hope to God that came from. You hope there's a lot of preservatives in that potato salad.
And hope it's real mayonnaise.
Yeah, Johnny said, and hope it's real mayonnaise. That was gross, Johnny. That was gross. But Johnny's a little gross.
I am.
Okay, very good. Okay, well, I'll see you in a little bit. All right, bye.
Let's all call our wives. Come on.
That's funny. She went to go. So Leanne Morgan, who's just blown up,
Right.
who's great, and Greg Warren, who headlines for us, is opening for her.
Coming in August.
Yeah. So they were over at the Van Wezel.
Oh.
Van Wezel Performing Arts. Great place. And so Pam and went over to check out the show, and she said it was great. She said, I said, did you get backstage to meet her? And she goes, well, they kind of locked down backstage because she had a stalker, an old man that was sending potato salad backstage.
Okay.
I go, who took the potatoes? Who allowed the potato salad to go past the stage doors when I was?
I say this all the time when it comes to just society in general. We have lost our fucking minds, man.
Yeah,
We have lost our fucking minds.
Well, I don't know that we've lost our minds even any more than we had, but boy, you get to see it more.
Yeah.
It's out there
It's
now.
out there, man.
It's all It
Yeah.
was there. I think it's always been there, but now
we get to see it.
You get to see it
all the time.
all over
Now
the place.
Yeah, now there's cameras everywhere.
Every fucking where.
Yep.
Absolutely. Hey, Jason, congratulations.
Congratulations,
buddy. Look
buddy.
forward to
Good
having
job,
you at
man.
the theater. We
Yep.
will. And Johnny, good job with
Thank
it
you,
all.
sir.
Appreciate it. All right, guys. Rock and roll.
Thanks.